Church leaders in Venezuela are warning the country's stability is at risk because of the president's absence. Hugo Chavez has been in Cuba since early December for cancer treatment. And church leaders support the opposition's view that the president's inauguration must take place on January 10th or the Constitution will be violated.
Almost a month since the president left Venezuela for cancer surgery in Cuba, and several days since the last update on his condition, Information Minister Ernesto Villegas addressed the public. He said Mr. Chavez was in a stable situation, but still receiving treatment for a severe respiratory infection. The leaders of the country's Socialist Party are calling on the public to take to the streets of Caracas in a mass rally to show support for President Chavez on Thursday. They want to see his inauguration, due on the 10th of January, postponed until the president has recovered further.
A number of presidents of friendly countries will come here. Leaders of governments and prime ministers will visit us to show us their solidarity with Comandante Chavez and the Venezuelan people, and in respect of this constitution.
But some, including the Catholic Church, think Mr. Chavez should step down and fresh elections should be held to find a new president.
The goal of this conference is not to intervene publicly in the interpretation of the Constitution. But in this case, the common welfare of the country and the defense of ethics is at risk. To manipulate the Constitution to reach a political objective is morally unacceptable.
In Spanish, the sign reads, "Now more than ever, we need Chavez." There are signs that are plastered all over this country by the government saying that they still believe in Chavez. They believe he will return to this country to take up his term and be president for the next 6 years. But the power over what happens really rests now here at the National Assembly. Chavez is supposed to be sworn in January 10th, this Thursday. It looks very unlikely that he is healthy enough to come from Cuba, where he is still recovering from cancer surgery, to come here to be sworn in. That doesn't happen, a big question mark. Does the Vice President, Nicolas Maduro, the hand-picked successor by Chavez, take over, or is it the National Assembly President, Diosdado Cabello?